And poor road conditions dominate as travelers head out by road, rail and air to spend Christmas with loved ones. And Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says a withdrawal from eastern Donbass is possible under the latest peace plan.
On business news, Nigeria's fiscal deficit hits 5.7 trillion naira in half-year one amid revenue shortfalls and high spending.
On sports news tonight, defending champions Cote d'Ivoire gets off to a bright start at the AFCON 2025 in Morocco with Amad Diallo's goal securing a win over Mozambique.
And from the nation's capital, federal government files 16-count money laundering charge against former Attorney General Abubakar Malami and his son.
We begin in Borno in Nigeria's northeast, where the state has experienced another round of violence, causing panic and chaos, as some suspected Boko Haram insurgents planted and detonated an improvised explosive device at Jamaat Mosque at Gamboro Ward around customs area of Maiduguri, the state capital. The spokesman of the Borno State Police Command, ASP Nahum Dasu, who confirmed the incident, said it occurred at about 6:10 p.m. today when some Muslim worshippers were observing the Maghrib prayer.
Unfortunately, we recorded an incident at about 6 p.m. of today where a suspected suicide bomber invaded a mosque in Gamboro market area of Maiduguri. But however, the Department of Police Explosive Ordnance Disposal Unit went to the scene, cordoned the area and tried to detect for other explosives. But however, none was found. So from what we have right now, preliminary investigation has concluded that we lost 5 persons who died during the incident, and about 35 other persons are injured.
President Bola Tinubu has stated his commitments to doing everything within his power to enshrine religious freedom in Nigeria and to protect all people of different faiths from violence. And this was part of the president's personal goodwill message to the nation ahead of the Christmas celebration for the year 2025. Amid concerns about religious intolerance and insecurity, the president explained he had engaged with prominent leaders from the two major faiths in the country, promising to build on these conversations to strengthen collaboration between government and religious institutions, prevent conflict, and promote peaceful coexistence. According to the president, quote, "Beyond the celebration and festivities of the season, Christmas reminds all to reflect on the significance of Jesus Christ's birth and his message of salvation as the Prince of Peace," end quote. He acknowledged that the love of Christ and the message of the gospel has inspired many Christians to care for the vulnerable and less privileged in the society, adding that the season is a reminder that despite daunting challenges, God is with Nigeria. President Tinubu reassured Nigerians of government's unyielding commitments to safeguarding the security, unity, and stability of the nation. It's that season of joy this Yuletide when travelers make their way to several locations to enjoy the Christmas and New Year holidays. However, commuters have raised serious concerns about the hike in airfares, the poor condition of roads, and insecurity, as they want government to urgently address the situation. While air travel commuters are asking regulators to review the ticket pricing system, most road travelers want the government to fix the roads and solve the challenges of kidnapping on the highways. Nevertheless, the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport and several motor parks in Abuja are witnessing heavy traffic of passengers traveling to their various destinations.
The Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, is not as busy as expected during festive seasons. At the ticketing points, travelers are trying to validate their tickets and catch their flights to their destination. Some of the travelers we spoke to raised concerns about what they describe as irregular price hikes, accusing airline operators of taking undue advantage of the season.
They are taking a very good advantage of people because of the insecurity that occurs in Nigeria. So it's unfair.
Airfare is not supposed to be an issue that will hinder one to travel to go and see his loved ones and whatever. So it's just unfortunate anyway, yeah.
An all-round flight from Abuja to Asaba, Enugu, Owerri or Port Harcourt costs between 380,000 and 550,000 naira, depending on the airline. Some passengers want the government to urgently intervene and address the situation.
Committees on aviation, they are looking into it to ensure that this kind of thing does not happen. And at the same time, government is also making efforts to ensure that our roads are safe and motorable, because this is as a result of not having competition.
In a similar way, the motor parks in the nation's capital are not as busy as expected. Passengers trickle in bearing their luggage as they try to make last-minute travels to spend Christmas with their families. Security, bad road conditions, and the hike in transportation fare lead to the concerns of passengers.
The issue we are facing now is the issue of insecurity. We want His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to put things into consideration so that the issue of insecurity along the highway should be overcome.
The chairman of the Jabi Motor Park explains the reasons for the price hike.
Why we increase money, transportation, is because of those that are living in our area there, so that enable them to use it and buy fuel to Abuja. Because at the time, if you base on a basic transport, whenever you go there, you cannot come back.
The Yuletide holiday presents an opportunity for many to reconnect with friends and families. However, the concerns raised by passengers are impacting travel plans, underscoring the need for the government to consider these concerns.
It's not only in the nation's capital travelers are experiencing challenges this festive season. With the Yuletide travel rush now in full swing, traffic management around Lagos Airport, which includes the Murtala Mohammed International and the domestic Terminal 2, has become a major focus. Authorities are asking passengers to obey traffic rules and follow officials' directives at the terminals to ease congestion. Our correspondent, Bukola Joe Oketumbi, reports.
It's the Yuletide rush at Lagos Airport, Nigeria's busiest aviation gateway, where the festive spirit meets indiscriminate parking. At the Murtala Mohammed International Airport Terminal 2, drop-off zones have been turned into makeshift car parks. Airport officials struggle to keep the flow moving as rising passenger traffic and poor compliance overwhelm the system. The festive season traditionally records a surge in travel, with families moving in large numbers for Christmas and New Year. But this year, the pressure is visible because the airport is a construction site.
We can see that work is going on and we are doing every effort to move traffic. We advise and we appeal that they do not park wantonly, indiscriminately. All security operatives, they've been enjoined to be courteous, but then we still have situations where people, want to take laws into their hands, park anyhow, just because, they're either departing or receiving people.
Beyond enforcement, authorities are appealing to passengers and motorists to obey traffic rules around the terminals.
Come very early, make use of the multi-story car park. Once the passenger is out, it's better to wheel the luggage to the car park rather than coming through the bottleneck at the pickup area. That's just what we advise.
For many travelers, simply arriving the terminal on time has become a major challenge, with December traffic compounding the headache.
From Shodi, from Bega, everywhere was blocked. The traffic is too much, very bad. But we know we are doing December anyway,
From the international terminal to the domestic terminal too, by contrast, movement of traffic appears more orderly thanks to stricter enforcement.
This area is departure and begin to wait for their vehicles. So you can't wait here, you can't park here, you can't pick up here. Pick up is meant to be at the car park. So you're supposed to drop off.
As Lagos airports brace for sustained holiday traffic, motorists are asked to use designated parking areas and plan ahead, because at the peak of the Yuletide rush, every minute counts. Bukola Joe Oketumbi, Channels Television News.
Meanwhile, Nigerians are engaging in last-minute shopping ahead of the Christmas celebration. Residents in the commercial capital, Lagos, and the nation's capital, Abuja, are reporting decreased prices of food items.
It's a festive season and business activities at the Utako market is buzzing. The crowd surging as buyers hunt for the best deals, hoping to get value for their money.
Okay, so how much?
3,000. While holiday shoppers admit that the price of food items and other commodities have dropped, they still voice concerns about affordability.
The prices have been, it's just okay, not far from the normal. Maybe later in the day it might increase, but for now it's okay.
This year is better. At least I bought some perishable items, tomatoes for instance, and all of that, way better than last year. And I hope it gets better.
Prices have come down, but yet there's no money physical. I came to buy ugu, I came to buy rice, I came to buy beans with all that. I can't even buy chicken because that one is high.
Despite the worries, the holiday spirit is alive, a testament from some sellers.
Beans dropped. Many things, even the rice, it dropped. A little bit, not that much that is like before then.
Now everything will come down.
According to the National Bureau of Statistics, prices of beans, gari, maize, tomatoes, beef, rice and other food items witnessed a slight decrease in September 2025. The report showed that the average price of 1 kilogram of brown beans decreased by 33.70% on a year-on-year basis, from 2,738 naira 59 kobo in September 2024 to 1,815.76 naira in September 2025. On a month-on-month basis, beans also decreased by 1.74% from 1,847 naira 82 kobo recorded in August 2025. In Lagos, markets are also buzzing with holiday shoppers engaging in last-minute shopping. At the Tedo markets at the Freedom Way area of Lekki, traders witness a traffic of customers.
It's very, very hard. People are suffering a lot.
It's more expensive now because last year we were selling like 9,000 for one chicken, but this time we are selling for 11,000.
The story of favorable pricing is also predominant here.
Rice is in season now, so there's a fall.
However, the atmosphere at the popular Oyibo ultra-modern market is not as busy as it used to be.
Yeah, but no people buying, not much people buying. Now, we get a hard season, there's no market at all. You can see there's no customers.
At the clothing market in Tejo Shoyaba, it's a profitable period for traders like Emeka Ilabo.
The pepper is a little bit down, you understand? So I still believe those ones is still okay. But maybe by tomorrow, we don't know. But for the chicken, I don't think that one came down. That one is always flying.
This year's Christmas celebration may not be as elaborate as some Nigerians had planned, but they're still doing their best to make the season a memorable one for themselves and their families. In part two, after the break,
Imo State Governor Hope Uzodimma urges Nigerians to embrace the true spirit of Christmas as the state hosts its 2025 Christmas Carol. Please stay with us.
Slows, chase the whispers of silence in the rush of the ordinary. Dare to feel something extraordinary. This is more than a moment. It's a feeling poured richly into every sip. It's creamy, alluring, bold, refined. A taste that caresses the senses and stays dreamy. A pleasure that lingers like a dream. The warmth you share again and again. Ivory cream. Rich. Smooth. Creamy.
Daddy, someone said washing plates is only for girls and lesbians.
What do you think, my star?
I told them it's not. Even Harry helps.
In this family, we share everything.
Wow, it's like magic.
Magic we can all share. With Morning Fresh, cleaning feels easier and faster.
With Morning Fresh's 10 times multi-action power, show love and care because dishes aren't just one person's job.
Hey, Dad.
I was just telling everyone about your TV.
That's my dad. They can't just stop telling the whole world about my new LG QNED TV powered by WebOS. The AI features, that's next level.
Make the picture more vibrant.
Hey, Dad.
I was just telling everyone about your TV.
Make the voice clearer.
LG, life is good.
Hi, LG. Show me some Italian recipes.
Babe, can we please stick to jollof rice?
I was just telling everyone about your TV.
Do you know that with the WebOS Renew program, you can get the latest upgrade every year for the next 5 years without getting a new TV? Oh, we are winning!
Dad.
I was just telling everyone about your TV.
LG QNED TV. Tell the world it's out of this world.
Spirit, we celebrate that all-important journey called matrimony. Eagle Aromatic Schnapps. In one spirit, we rejoice when a child is born. Eagle Aromatic Schnapps. In one spirit, we make progress from one milestone to another. Eagle Aromatic Schnapps. In one spirit, we relish our various festivals and rich culture. Eagle Aromatic Schnapps. In one spirit, we respect and honor royalty. Eagle Aromatic Schnapps. Eagle Aromatic Schnapps is there through the passage of life. The gods are wise. They recognize the symbol of our tradition. Available in 75cl Majesty and 1-liter Emperor Premium Gift Pack. Eagle Aromatic Schnapps. Respect tradition.
And the National Productivity Order of Merit Award goes to... The only tomato paste manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the Federal Government of Nigeria, endorsed by the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. This is an evidence of 100% natural goodness. Eat healthy to live longer. Buy now and enjoy up to 30% discount.
My baba, they always say, for market, every day gets your own wahala.
It's coming out.
Sometimes people go on scan me, but Baba say, no be by gra. You must cool down, dey sharp. Because with OPay payment, your money go enter sharp, no story. But inside market, anything fit happen. One day, we no see phone again. My Baba remember OPay USSD lock, dial *955*131#. Baba press am, lock account. From market woman to driver, from small boy to big man. Now OPay, they protect people like us. My Baba fit sell, press phone, collect POS, and still they teach me price. And when they don't tire am, go just tap OPay night guard. We no fear for this our hustle life. Now OPay be the people payment shield.
Available at watchgalleries.com.ng. Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Call 0818-579-8773. Watch Galleries. Your time, our world.
My mama no lie, yo. Food waste with na money kill and plus everything combined, oh. Everything combined, oh. Oh, boga just the arrive, oh. She tell me say na devil king, so yeah, all she dey use fry, oh. Yeah. Now why the jello fit dey sweet like this? The chicken dey crisp like this. Fry the plantain.
Introducing the new Devon King's soya vegetable oil, available in stores near you.
Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the News at 10 live on Channels Television Lagos. A reminder of our top stories. At least 5 people killed and 35 persons injured as bomb blast rocks a mosque in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. President Bola Tinubu reassures Nigerians at Christmas that his administration is committed to protecting people of all faiths from violence and discrimination. Concerns over insecurity, transport fares and poor road conditions dominate as travelers head out by road, rail and air to spend Christmas with loved ones. And Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says a withdrawal from eastern Donbass is possible under the latest peace plan. We now head to Imo State, where Governor Hope Uzodinma has urged Nigerians to embrace the true spirit of Christmas as a season of gratitude, humility, and renewed faith. Governor Uzodinma disclosed this during the 2025 Christmas Carol service at the Government House Annex, Olu, where he reminded citizens that the birth of Jesus Christ symbolizes sacrifice and divine purpose, calling on both leaders and the led to reflect deeply on values of love, compassion, and unity. The governor used the occasion to call on Nigerians to remain patient and supportive of the economic reforms of President Bola Tinubu's administration, noting that early signs of relief are already visible.
Therefore, this Christmas, let us radiate compassion. Let us remember the less privileged and the vulnerable in our midst. Let us be true ambassadors of Christ-like love, loving without discrimination. We are celebrating this year with significantly less economic pressures. we can see by this time last year, a bag of rice was almost 100 and something thousand. It was difficult for people to buy. By this time last year, it was difficult for people to buy petrol into their cars. While a bag of rice was 105 last year, this year is going down to 50-something thousand to 60,000. It means that by next year, we will maybe buy for 20,000. The same thing with the price of fuel. So as long as we continue to begin to see tangible benefits arising from the reform policies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and prosperity we are looking for is coming closer, and the public facilities are being restored, automatically public confidence will be restored and government will become more meaningful.
Well, let's now bring you up to speed on our lead story concerning the bomb blast that left at least 5 persons dead in Maiduguri. And the main opposition party, the PDP, has described the explosion in Borno State as another sad reminder of the rising insecurity in the country. In a statement by its publicity secretary, Ini Ememobong, the party says the minimum the government should offer its people is the protection of lives and property. According to him, the current administration has failed in this respect and should rise to the occasion rather than resort to rhetoric and playing politics with security. The PDP is therefore calling on the federal and state governments to take immediate and practical steps to protect Nigerians throughout the Yuletide season and even beyond. So let's head to the nation's capital now, and Millicent Walker is standing by to give us the latest from our Abuja studios. Over to you, Millicent. Great to see you.
Same here, and happy Christmas Eve. Well, we begin with the federal government, who has filed a 16-count charge, and this is alleged money laundering charge against former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami and his son Abubakar Abdulaziz before the Federal High Court, Abuja. Also listed as a co-defendant in the case is Hajia Bashir Asabe. According to the charge, the federal government is accusing Malami, his son and others of being involved in the laundering and concealment of 1,014,848,500 naira allegedly traced to a commercial bank. In the 16 charges, the federal government alleges that between July 2022 and June 2025, within Abuja and the jurisdiction of the court, the defendants procured Metropolitan Autotech Limited to conceal the unlawful origin of the money. The charge further alleges in part that the defendants used the company as a front to conceal the origin and movement of the funds, an act the government says constitutes money laundering under the law. The alleged offence is said to be contrary to Section 21, subsection C of the Money Laundering Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022 and punishable under Section 18, subsection 3 of the same act. Well, staying with the spirit of the Yuletide, Adamawa State Governor Umar Fintiri has granted pardon to Sunday Jackson, who was sentenced to death. Well, Mr. Jackson, who is in the Kuje Medium Security Custodial Center, has been pardoned alongside Joseph Eugene from the Medium Security Custodial Center, Yola, as well as Maxwell Ibrahim, serving at the Medium Security Custodial Center in Kaduna. The pardon is in commemoration of Christmas and the New Year celebrations. Well, others who benefited from this include Joshua James Audu, Adamu Ibrahim, Mohammed Abubakar, Ibrahim Usman, and Saidu Abubakar, serving at the Medium Security Custodial Center, Newman, and the Medium Security Custodial Center, Jada. Governor Fintiri explains that the inmates had demonstrated significant improvement in their behavior and conduct over the years. Well, the quest to keep residents safe in Zamfara State is still on, but the state government is calling for renewed commitment and stronger collaboration among federal security agencies operating in the state to effectively tackle insecurity. Secretary to the government, Mr. Abubakar Nakwada, stated this during the end-of-year tour of security formations across the state.
Officials of the Zamfara state government are embarking on an end-of-year tour of security and law enforcement agencies' formations in the state in what is described as a first-of-its-kind initiative. The tour, which covers the headquarters of various security formations, is aimed at recognizing the dedication, sacrifices, and resilience of security personnel safeguarding lives and property across Zamfara state.
For the support, yes.
It also serves as a morale-boosting engagement designed to strengthen collaboration between the state government and federal security agencies in the fight against banditry and other forms of criminality.
Mostly when the information is...
The Secretary to the State Government, Mr. Abubakar Nakwada, is leading the delegation, and he conveyed the appreciation of the government to officers and men at the front lines of the security battle and called for increased efforts to address the state's security challenges.
This meeting is at the instance of His Excellency. He directed that we come around, not just the brigade command, but in fact all security and what you call quasi-security agencies to request for more service delivery in the coming year ahead, 2026, inshallah.
The heads of the various security agencies commend the state government for the initiative and called for more cooperation from the residents of the state.
If everybody put his input in one way or the other, we are going to achieve our end state, which is to sustain peace and security in Zamfara.
It's a welcome development for both the leaders and the men. It shows that our interest too is at their heart.
We deployed 555 officers and men across the state. So with this, it gives us more energy and to go even beyond.
Security formations visited during the tour include the 1 Brigade Command, the 207 Air Force Quick Response Group, the Garrison Command, the Zamfara State Police Command, the Nigerian Customs Service, the Department of State Services, the Mobile Police Force 42, the State Sector of the Federal Road Safety Corps, the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, and the Zamfara State's Community Protection Guards.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Nigeria's fiscal deficit hits 5.7 trillion naira in H1 amid revenue shortfalls and high spending. That's on Business News. Please join us again.
Oh, come, all you dreamers, bold vision in hand, from Lagos to London, across every land, with people and purpose, with capital bright. We're building tomorrow with values and might. Glory to the group we raise, FCMB, our hearts we praise, connecting worlds near and far, shining like a guiding star. People, markets, bold and true, all unite in what we do.
Season's greetings from FCMB Group.
Roll it up, feel the thrill with action beaters. So cool, it pulls the shine in your eyes. Action beaters, sip it slow, let it flow. Get it on, the world is waiting.
Action Bitters, true African roots, made from distinctive quality ingredients by Intercontinental Distillers Limited.
With Nivea Dry Deo, you can keep moving forward in life with confidence. Nivea Dry Deo. Derma's 72-hour active protection. With 0% alcohol to prevent irritation. Stay dry and fresh all day long. Skin is for moving forward. Nivea is for skin. Your favorite Nivea dry deo, now in a smaller pack size.
Good people of Lagos State, compliments of the season. I have come to tell you that Lasema is fully prepared to manage the golden hour, handle every form of emergency incident at this limited period. Call 767 or 112 when there is an emergency in Lagos State at this season. You should be rest assured that we will be there. But it is important that we must also be safety conscious. Emergency management is everyone's business. Under the watch of Mr. Governor, Mr. Babaji Olushola Sanwo-Olu, we build the capacity of all the key stakeholders that are important in managing emergency. Merry Christmas to good people of Lagos State and Happy New Year in advance.
Welcome to What He Bet. The thrill is gone. Sports bets and casino games, the stakes are rising. Play your way, the chance is near. With competitive odds, the win is clear. What He Bet, bet smart when they feel alive. Lightning payouts, non-stop buys. Your journey to greatness, it's here, it's begun. What He Bet!
Since Nigeria's independence, we have been building. But beyond roads and bridges, we built aspirations to connect and to unite across geographical divides. Beyond houses, we built strong families and relationships. Beyond offices, we built foundations for forging Africa's formidable economic powerhouse. Beyond schools, we built social, intellectual, and national development. Beyond hospitals, we built healthy and productive communities. Beyond sports facilities, we built the passion of a nation. And today, we are not just a leader in sustainable building solutions and innovation. Together, you and us have built the foundations of yesterday and today. Together, we'll build the next possibilities. Lafarge, beyond buildings.
Transfer.
Na money point of that.
No worry, yourself go make am. Go Bible.
Victor, even you they use money point.
Of course now, they use money point.
Confirm.
Money Point, made for your progress.
The Duchess International Hospital opened its doors in October 2021. The mission of the hospital is to reverse medical tourism. We take particular care here at the Duchess to bring together a combination of the brightest and the best locally, as well as Nigerians in the diaspora who are interested in returning to do very good work for the benefit of our patients here in this country.
The good thing is that we have all international expertise here, all international facilities here, international people working here. Everything is coming together in a space which was considered not great in terms of the availability of healthcare.
Access Bank, of course, has been able to provide us with a robust range of products and services that has enabled us to deliver that standard and quality of healthcare that is integral to our mission as an organization.
Welcome back. Wife of the President, Mrs. Oluremi Tinubu, has extended her goodwill to Christians in northern Nigeria as part of the Christmas celebrations. Mrs. Tinubu donated Christmas packages aimed at supporting vulnerable families and spreading the message of love, unity and compassion during the festive season.
As Christians across the country prepare to celebrate Christmas, Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has demonstrated the spirit of the season by visiting Kaduna State to donate Christmas packages to Christian communities across the 19 northern states. It's an atmosphere of joy and celebration as she arrives at the Umaru Musa Yaradua Conference Center in Kaduna to perform the task, which some of the stakeholders describe as significant and embodies the leadership style of the APC-led government.
For our mother to come over here at this time each year remains very significant to all of us. I am a pastor. She is a pastor.
Apart from what Her Excellency has done, I'm part of a team that has shared over 100 trucks of rice to Christian communities across the country.
The donation includes food items and essential supplies intended to support families during the festive season. According to the Kaduna State Governor, the gesture underscores the First Lady's commitment to promoting religious harmony, unity and care for the less privileged.
I wish to pay glowing tribute to Her Excellency the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON, for her exemplary labor of love and her steadfast commitment to compassion in action. This particular initiative, the distribution of Christmas packages to Christian families across northern Nigeria, stands as a powerful testament to her deep sense of empathy.
In her remarks, the First Lady emphasizes the importance of unity, assuring that the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu means well for the entire nation.
This intervention reflects a deep understanding of the needs of our people, especially at a time when many families are making preparations to celebrate the season of love, joy, and hope.
Thank you, Mommy.
At the event, Governor Uba Sani was presented an award for promoting unity and peace in Kaduna State.
It's now time for business news, and here's Dominic Iwiwu.
Thank you, Ayo, and welcome to Business News. Nigeria's fiscal deficit widened to 5.7 trillion naira in the first 6 months of this year due to significantly low revenue and increased spending by government. And this is according to the Office for Budget and National Planning. In its newly released budget implementation report, the Budget Office says revenue for the first half of the year stood at 10.18 trillion naira, which is about 1/4 of the total expected revenue for the year, estimated at more than 40 trillion naira. The report emphasized that Nigeria's gross oil revenue continued to underperform budget expectations in the first half of 2025, recording large shortfalls in both the first and second quarters of this year, while distributable revenue to all tiers of government stayed far below expectations. Enugu State's Governor, Mr. Peter Mbah, has signed the 2026 appropriation bill of 1.6 trillion naira into law. While assenting to the bill at the government house in Enugu, the governor noted that the year's budget, tagged Budget of Renewed Momentum, is built on empowerment and education, inclusive and people-centered development, good governance and economic transformation. He reiterated that no region in the state will be left out in the year infrastructural development program.
We're happy that you understand that urgency and that you're giving us all the support we need to succeed. This budget, as you already know, is people-centered, it's people-centric. It's also anchored on the principle of inclusivity and sustainable development. So it means that nobody and no part of our state is left out or left behind. It is very inclusive. The inclusivity will we started with making sure that our intervention in education, in healthcare, in agriculture are all inclusive. It's consistent with what we have demonstrated here.
Outside our shores in business, Britain's energy giant BP has agreed to sell a 65% shareholding in motor lubricants business Castrol to US-based investment firm Stonepeak for $6 billion. The deal comes a week after the London-based oil major unveiled its first female chief executive, Meg O'Neill, who will take the helm in April 2026. In February this year, BP announced plans to sell off $20 billion worth of assets by the end of 2027 in a bid to focus on its core crude oil and gas business and strengthen its balance sheet. And at the global metals market, gold prices have edged lower, taking a breather after surging to a record high of $4,525.18 earlier today. Meanwhile, silver and platinum trimmed some gains following their record-breaking rally. The white metal earlier hit all-time high of $72.70 an ounce, while platinum had peaked at $2,377.50. Silver prices have surged 147% year-to-date on strong fundamentals, outpacing bullion's gain of over 70% during the same period. And back home to the domestic stock market, it's a green color of Christmas for the local bourse as the benchmark index climbs higher. Willie Bong has the details.
Welcome to the stock market report. It's Christmas tomorrow, and the NGX, we saw that massive move by 119 points. That's 119 basis points to close at 153,539 points, and that's up 0.12%. And this rally was supported by stronger trading activity, with volume rising 1.74 billion shares traded today. We see value also 30 billion recorded today. I would say deals, that's the outlier there, down to close at 19,372 points. And the sectors also closed in the green today. We said banking was up 1.72%, and the top tier banks there, that moved that counter. Consumer goods, we see it also in the green, up 1.5%. Dangote Sugar, Guinness, PZ were part of the movers. Oil and gas was also up 0.02%. Oil and gas can't be left out for the Christmas Eve. Japan Gold and O&O moved that. We're seeing so many positive, sustained positive momentum for the NGX. We're hoping going into the new year, we'll see that Santa rally continue. Will Ibong signing out.
Thank you, Will. The Dow Jones Industrial Average as well as the S&P 500 ended with another fresh record in holiday shortened session as most global markets closed for Christmas holiday. Let's see some of the closing figures for Wednesday. And that's it on Business News. Back to Ayotunde for the rest of the news at 10.
Thank you so much, Dominic. The Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who has thrown more light on an update of peace plan offering Russia the potential withdrawal of Ukrainian troops from the east and the creation of a demilitarized zone in their place. We'll hear Simon Pusey with more international news and around the world in 5 from our London studio.
Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has given details of an updated peace plan that offers Russia the potential withdrawal of Ukrainian troops from the east that Moscow has demanded. Giving details of the 20-point plan agreed by US and Ukrainian negotiators in Florida. Describing the plan as the main framework for ending the war, Zelensky said it proposed security guarantees from the US, NATO and Europeans for a coordinated military response if Russia invaded Ukraine again. The 20-point plan is seen as an update of an original 28-point document agreed by the US envoy Steve Witkoff with the Russians several weeks ago, which was widely seen as heavily geared towards the Kremlin's demands. At least 2 people have died and several others were injured after an explosion and fire at a Pennsylvania nursing home caused a partial collapse of the building. Emergency crews were called to the Silver Lake nursing home in Bristol at around 2 p.m. local time after receiving reports of gas odor. When crews arrived, the building exploded, causing a massive fire. 5 people were still unaccounted for, but officials said they were unsure if those people were in the building. Responders pulled residents out of windows, stairwells and elevators and carried them to safety. Venezuela has accused the United States of the greatest extortion at an emergency session of the UN Security Council in New York. The Venezuelan ambassador to the UN said Washington's seizure of 2 Venezuelan oil tankers was worse than piracy. The emergency meeting of the Security Council was called to discuss the seizure of the tankers, which took place off the coast of Venezuela earlier this month. The US has also said it was pursuing a 3rd Venezuelan tanker.
President Trump has been very clear that he is going to use the full power of the United States of America, the full might of the United States, to take on and eradicate these drug cartels which have operated with impunity in our hemisphere for far too long.
The Libyan army chief has been killed in an air crash in Turkey. General Mohammed Ali Ahmed al-Haddad and 4 others were on board a Falcon 50 aircraft flying out of the Turkish capital Ankara. In a post on X, the Turkish Interior Minister said signal with the business jet was lost at 20:52 local time, around 42 minutes after it took off. The Tripoli-bound jet had issued an emergency landing request before contact was lost. The aircraft's wreckage was later found southwest of Ankara. There is growing anger in Malawi over a post-Christmas fortnight trip to the UK that one of the country's vice presidents is due to take. Jane Ansah's visit will be in a private capacity, but the reported size of both her entourage and the overall cost of the trip has ignited fierce criticism. The details have been disputed by her office. The row began after the circulation of an alleged leaked letter to the Malawi High Commission in London, signed by the Secretary for Foreign Affairs, listing 15 individuals set to accompany Ansah. In power since October, the Vice President's government has pledged to manage the economy competently and has already announced a raft of austerity measures.
Hello. You must be the delivery.
The UK Prime Minister has acknowledged Britain's cost of living struggles in his Christmas message and vowed that helping with the issue is his priority. Sir Keir Starmer also urged members of the public to each do our bit and reach out to friends, relatives and neighbours during the festive period.
It's a truly special time of year. And it's a time to remind ourselves what's really important. Family, friends, community.
The time where the police have actually stopped us and asked for our passports, the rest has been absolutely fine. Don't know if we've just been lucky.
And a father and son hoping to cycle their way into the record books have told how the kindness of strangers has been the standout of their round-the-world adventure.
About 1,600 metres, and yeah, it's uphill all the way.
George and Josh Kohler left their home in Norfolk in March and have already cycled across Europe, Uzbekistan, China, Thailand and Indonesia. They aim to be back on home soil in May, potentially with 3 world records as the first father and son to have cycled the furthest, the fastest and through the most countries, all while raising thousands of pounds for UNICEF.
And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel studios in Lagos.
Hello and welcome to Sports News. We begin in Morocco, where Amad Diallo scored his first Cup of Nations goal to help the reigning champions Cote d'Ivoire to a 1-0 win over Mozambique at the Stade de Marrakech. The Manchester United winger struck in the 49th minute to ensure they picked all 3 points in the Group F opener. The Ivorians started brightly and almost took the lead inside the opening minute, but could only find the side netting. Mozambique battled until the end and almost snatched a late equalizer in stoppage time. The meantime, Captain Riyad Mahrez scored in each half as the 2019 champions Algeria eased to a 3-0 win over 10-man Sudan in their Group E opening game. Mahrez got the opener less than 2 minutes and got his second after the hour mark before Ibrahim Mazer wrapped up the win. Among the spectators in the Moroccan capital was France's legendary player Zinedine Zidane, whose son Luka was starting in goal for the Desert Foxes. Algeria were eliminated in the first round without a win at each of the last 2 AFCON tournaments. Away from the tournaments in Morocco, the annual Lagos Boxing Hall of Fame Governor's Belt will light up Boxing Day. That's on December 26th as Nigeria's top pugilists clash for glory. To ensure the fighters are fully prepared, the management has put together an intensive training camps for all participants, including boxers traveling from other states. This year's edition will feature competitors from Ogun, Osun, Kwara, Oyo, Borno, and the FCT, with 5 main bouts and 7 exhibition fights, founded by former amateur champion and current Minister of Finance Wale Edu. The Governor's Belt is dedicated to developing boxing in Nigeria. Well, let's head back now and to club football, where Manchester United coach Ruben Amorim says it is impossible to replace Bruno Fernandes as he faces up to remorse without his captain. Fernandes was forced out of Sunday's 2-1 defeat at Aston Villa with a hamstring problem. Amorim refused to put a definitive time scale on Fernandes' absence when he spoke to the media earlier today ahead of Friday's clash against Newcastle.
It's impossible to replace Bruno, but I said that in this morning to the team. I think we need to take the good thing, if there is a good thing on that a lot of people need to step up. And if you see it's not just the creation, but every set piece is the guy that is organizing sometimes the team, and that is a good opportunity for everyone to step up and to understand that we cannot rely in one player for everything, and sometimes we rely on Bruno in the organization, in the creation. We lost Bruno in set pieces, we lost Brian and Amad in set pieces, so this is massive for the team.
Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim. Bruno will be sorely missed by the Red Devils. With our sports, I'm Kelly. Egi guys, back to Ayotunde.
Many thanks, Kelly. And the main news again. At least 5 persons have been killed and 35 others injured as a bomb blast rocked a mosque in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. And President Bola Tinubu has reassured Nigerians at Christmas that his administration is committed to protecting people of all faiths from violence and discrimination. That's the news at 10 tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Compliments of the season and Merry Christmas in advance.
Jingle bells! Merry making a bit of traffic here and there if you are in Lagos like I am, and the dirty December energy and a whole lot of other activities characterize this season. Merry Christmas, everyone. This is Entertainment News on Channels Television, and today, as always, we have a lineup of juicy stories waiting up for you. My name is Abidemi Dairo, and today on the program, more from the African Fashion Week Nigeria, with a look at the Harmony collection as presented by rising designer Dimeji Lori from Kwara State. Plus, Shina Pella grants us exclusive access into his new magic room at Quillox. We have details and many more on the program today, so don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Let's begin today's show with the Christmas energy as we bring you some memorable Christmas quotes and wishes from your top celebrities.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like...
Jesus is the reason for the season, and we should focus on the reason of the season of giving, season of love, and most importantly, give your life to Christ. God bless you.
And the children listen to hear syllables in the snow.
We need this. It's very important for our country at this time. We need it. I remember last year, it wasn't as exciting as this, because we could tell with a new climate, with a new economy, with a new ecosystem, with a new structure politically, it affected how the people wanted to party in December. But right now, a lot of people are starting to adjust, and we're getting back into the groove, and it's really exciting how a lot of people are appreciating that Dirty December is now part of our culture, and we're looking forward to seeing more festivities at the end of the year, and hopefully it's going to be a safe festival, because that's the sweetness of it. Because if anything goes south, God forbid, it could be a problem, and we're just thankful that we can celebrate and have fun, and even being here at this point in time to celebrate, it's a good feeling.
Mary and the bride.
Yeah, I just want to tell everybody, stay safe, stay safe anywhere you are, and make sure just do you and take care of yourself, basically just try to take care of yourself. I know this condition, this time basically is so hard, but just try to take care of yourself. That's one thing.
Every day is supposed to be Christ Mass, where we're conscious of Him, we service Him, we worship Him, and we celebrate that God came. He took on the incarnation, lived a perfect life, and then nailed to the cross, He bore the price for all my sins. Original sin, historic sin, ancestral sin, personal history sin, present struggle, and any future struggle that I have.
Slap us in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. With every Christmas card I write.